Hey everyone, welcome back to DataFuture. I'm Charan. I have total 7 plus years of experience in data engineering and big data tech stack. This is part of our SQL interview series where we tackle the most frequently asked SQL question with hands-on demos. Let's see our today's interview question. Given a table called activity with the following columns: user ID, activity date, activity. We want to find all users who were active for at least 4 continuous days without missing any day in between. Okay. Here user ID, it has 4 activity and all 4 activities are continuous. Here we can see user ID 2, it has 4 activity but activities dates are not continuous. Okay. So we wanted to find at least 4 continuous activity for the user ID. So when you are writing a SQL query, we have to get user ID 1 as a result. Okay. This is one of the most frequently asked question in one of the product based company. Let's see how to write a SQL query for this. Here I have already created a table called activity and it contains user ID, activity date and activity. Let's start writing a SQL query for this. Here I am using CTE with user activity as okay. Here I am using row number concept. Okay, this row number based on the activity date, it will be giving unique value to each and every records. So I have already explained with an example of row number, rank and den stack in my previous video. I will add the link in the description. Please go through it. Over partition by based on the user ID, we are partitioning order by activity dates okay alias rn from which table? From activity table. Okay, so first I will execute this. See, here we can see, so this row number will give a rank from 1 to n. Okay, so here the based on the user ID and the activity date, it will be assigning the rank to each and every records. Okay, next. So here we can see, here for the user ID 1 and 2, we have this same rank, but the activity should be continuous, right? So we have to get only user ID 1 in our final query. For that, so this is a clever trick. Let's subtract the row number from dates. Okay, so I will write a SQL query. I'm just using grouped key. Okay, so here I'll take select user ID. Okay, sorry, as user ID, activity date, and I'll use dates. I will explain you this. This is very important here. Activity date comma interval or an day. Okay, as group key. Okay, from which table? From user activity table. Okay, let's close this. I will execute the query. Then I'll explain what this group key will do. Okay, so now I'll execute this. Here we can see this group key will help us to identify the consecutive dates. Okay, it will be helping us to identify the continuous dates of the activity. Here we can see user ID 1 when we are doing the date subtract with the activity date minus rn, it will be giving 14 for each and every records. But here we can see for the user ID 2, for the last record, it is giving 09. So when we are grouping and identifying the at least four continuous activity, right? So with the help of this group key, right? So we can easily identify which user ID has at least four continuous activity. Okay, let's write the final query. Select user ID from which table? Group key table. Group by, here grouping is very important, user ID and also group key. Okay, having count star greater than or equals to at least 4, right? 4. Okay, so if I execute this query, so we will get only user ID 1. Okay, this is very easy and the simple way to write the SQL query to identify at least 4 continuous activity for each user ID. So here you can see I use the CTE. So with the CTE, it is very easy to execute the query step by step. So that's all from my side. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to DataFuture YouTube channel.